Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Roman Reigns has been absent from WWE since April after he was betrayed by Paul Heyman, who ended his alliance with the Tribal Chief to join forces with Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. It seems like the head of the table is observing things from the shadows as Rollins and Breaker have their sights set on CM Punk and Sami Zayn, and he could be waiting for the right time to strike. Tonight at Saturday night's main event, Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker will unite to take on Punk and Zayn, and while many fans believe that Rollins could add a third member to his group tonight, it could also be the place where Reigns makes his return and goes after Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns were once teammates, and while they have been able to reunite several times since Rollins ended the Shield in 2014, the animosity between the two superstars continued to overshadow any momentary truce they had over the years. Rollins defeated Reigns via DQ back at the 2022 Royal Rumble, which seemed to prove that no matter how Reigns rises, his former friend will always have his number. At WrestleMania 40, Rollins was the reason Reigns lost his championship, as he attacked Rollins instead of Cody Rhodes. Earlier this year, it was Rollins whom Paul Heyman betrayed him for and cost him the win in the WrestleMania main event. Reigns was clearly upset with his former Wiseman's actions, but has been absent in the weeks that have followed. Tonight, Breaker and Rollins could find themselves on top against Punk and Zayn, which might lead to Roman Reigns returning and finally getting his revenge. The only question here is whether Reigns will return to the company alone or have some new backup. In what could be one of the most shocking developments following WrestleMania 41, rumblings have emerged suggesting that Roman Reigns may be preparing for a dramatic return to WWE programming. And not just on any episode, but at Saturday night's main event, the primetime showcase with a legacy of unforgettable moments and seismic returns. Sources close to WWE have hinted that the former undisputed WWE Universal Champion, who has been conspicuously absent since his heartbreaking title loss on the grandest stage of them all, might be eyeing this event as the platform for settling a score that's long remained unfinished. While WWE has not officially confirmed Reigns' appearance, multiple insiders have pointed to internal memos discussing top-level creative being locked in for SNME, which will reportedly feature a final confrontation involving a returning megastar and a longtime rival. Naturally, speculation has exploded, with many believing that this megastar is none other than the Tribal Chief himself. Roman Reigns' absence since WrestleMania has left a noticeable void in WWE. After holding the title for over 3 years, Reigns' downfall came at the hands of Cody Rhodes, whose American Nightmare finally became a reality at WrestleMania 41's epic main event. However, fans were quick to notice that Reigns never gave a farewell speech, nor did he participate in the traditional post-WrestleMania media circuit. Instead, he vanished, silent, brooding, strategic. The kind of exit that only someone like Roman Reigns could pull off convincingly, keeping the WWE Universe on edge. But with SNME approaching and cryptic messages from several SmackDown superstars in recent weeks, particularly from someone who has a tumultuous history with Reigns, it appears WWE is setting the stage for a classic, emotionally charged confrontation. The name being whispered the loudest? Seth freakin' Rollins. Reigns and Rollins' history dates back to their days in the Shield, a brotherhood forged in dominance and ultimately shattered by betrayal. Since then, they've crossed paths countless times, often with championship gold in the balance, but there's always been a lingering sense that their story never reached a true conclusion. That might be about to change. WWE is reportedly toying with the idea of centering an entire SNME episode around their unresolved tension, framing the show as the battlefield where the Tribal Chief returns to face the Visionary one last time. However, what makes this even more intriguing is the potential for a massive swerve that could alter WWE's creative trajectory heading into SummerSlam season. According to Backstage Buzz, while Rollins may appear to be Reigns' primary target, there's growing suspicion that another name might be lurking in the shadows, Solo Sikoa. The enforcer of the bloodline has stepped up in Reigns' absence, often acting like the de facto head of the table despite never claiming the role outright. In recent weeks, Solo has been more vocal, more dominant, and arguably more dangerous than ever. On SmackDown, he's brutalized opponents, disrespected authority figures, and even dismissed Paul Heyman's guidance. A major sign that a split may be imminent. With Jacob Fatu rumored to be joining the mix and whispers of a civil war within the bloodline, Reigns' return could ignite something far more complex than a simple rivalry renewal with Rollins. Imagine the scenario. Reigns arrives at SNME to a thunderous ovation, but with that signature coldness in his eyes. He steps into the ring, mic in hand, and addresses the elephant in the room, his loss, his disappearance, and the betrayal of loyalty by those who were supposed to carry the bloodline forward in his absence. Rollins interrupts, reminding Reigns that the last time they shared a ring, it was he who had Reigns on the ropes psychologically, citing their Royal Rumble clash from a few years ago, where Rollins exploited their Shield past. The tension is palpable. The crowd is split, and it seems we're heading toward an explosive SNME main event between two former brothers. But just as things escalate, Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga storm the ring, not to back up Reigns, but to stand toe-to-toe with him. This potential moment would send shockwaves through WWE, especially if it leads to Solo uttering the words fans have been dreading. "You left us. I took over." A simple sentence, but a devastating shift in the bloodline hierarchy. From there, the dynamic changes. Suddenly, Rollins is no longer the main rival. He becomes an uneasy ally. WWE could pivot the entire storyline, leading to a three-way power struggle involving Reigns, Rollins, and the New Age bloodline led by Solo. It's the kind of layered storytelling that fans have come to expect from WWE in the Reigns era. A mix of emotion, betrayal, legacy, and dominance. Adding to the unpredictability is the rumored involvement of Jey Uso. Currently riding a wave of momentum on Raw, Jey has stayed surprisingly quiet about his family's implosion on SmackDown. However, WWE could use SNME as a crossroads event where Jey is forced to choose sides. Aligning once again with Roman, rebelling against Solo, or perhaps forging his own path entirely. With Jimmy Uso also floating in the background and not clearly affiliated with either side, the Bloodline saga could become a multi-branch feud, with Roman Reigns attempting to reclaim his spot atop the family tree amidst complete chaos. But what if the swerve is even deeper? Some believe that Paul Heyman himself may be working on a long-term betrayal. For years, Heyman has been the voice of Roman Reigns, his advocate, his Weissman. But there's something about Heyman's recent demeanor that has some insiders wondering whether his loyalty has shifted to Solo Sikoa behind the scenes. The idea would be that Heyman, seeing Roman's loss at WrestleMania as the end of his reign of dominance, has secretly chosen to mentor Solo as the next phase of the bloodline. If true, Reigns' return to SNME could see the unthinkable. Paul Heyman turning on him in the middle of the ring, officially endorsing Solo as the new tribal chief. Such a moment would set WWE on fire. Fans have watched Reigns evolve over the years into the most dominant figure in modern wrestling. To see him return with purpose, only to be stabbed in the back by his most trusted confidant, would evoke genuine shock. It could also be the emotional catalyst that propels Reigns into a new phase of his career. A face turn driven not by fan demand, but by emotional devastation and betrayal. From there, WWE could set up an emotional arc where Reigns must earn his family's loyalty back, rebuild the foundation of what the bloodline once was, and fight his way through those who once bowed at his feet. Saturday night's main event, once a nostalgia-driven showcase, could now become ground zero for one of WWE's most dramatic storylines in recent history. Whether Reigns confronts Rollins, challenges Solo, or even aligns with a new partner to begin his path of vengeance, the possibilities are endless. There's even talk of Cody Rhodes being reinserted subtly into the narrative, not as an antagonist to Roman, but as a reluctant observer of Reigns' downfall. Some believe that a Rhodes-Reigns alliance against Solo's faction would be poetic, especially considering that Rhodes was once the enemy Reigns underestimated. No matter the outcome, SNME could serve as the ultimate reset button for Roman Reigns. His return won't just be about settling scores. It will be about reclaiming identity, confronting betrayal, and potentially setting the stage for a bloodline civil war that redefines family, power, and legacy in WWE. And with SummerSlam looming on the horizon, WWE has the opportunity to build something historic. Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa for the soul of the bloodline. Or perhaps something even deeper. Roman Reigns versus Paul Heyman's vision of a new empire. For now, all we know is that the silence is ending. Roman Reigns is on his way back. And when the tribal chief finally steps into the ring at Saturday night's main event, it won't just be a return. It will be a reckoning. Whether it's against a longtime rival like Seth Rollins, an insubordinate family member like Solo Sikoa, or a combination of both, one thing is certain: unfinished business is about to explode. And when it does, WWE will never be the same again. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.